Now, before that CNN report, Graham Platner sat down with Phil for his first broadcast news interview.
They talked about his platform and his call for generational change in Washington.
And I will stand in the way of every fascist attack on our democracy.
I sat down with Graham Platner after his packed town hall in Lewiston, number 21 of 24 planned through October. The 41-year-old first-time candidate spoke for 45 minutes to 500 people in Franco Hall and an overflow room. As he often does, Platner criticized the incumbent Republican he hopes to unseat.
Politicians like Susan Collins.
Platner didn't mention his Democratic rival, Governor Janet Mills, until I asked him about her.
So let me be blunt. The governor's 77. She'd be 79 in January of 2027. When the next Congress starts, she'd be 85 at the end of the first term. She's pledging to serve only one term, but is Janet Mills simply too old to make this race?
No, not to me. I mean, it's not about age. It's about your ideas. It's about your politics. It's about whether or not you are looking to build something different, bigger and brighter than what we have now, or if you're looking to kind of play the exact same kind of political games that have been played and brought us to this point.
Similar question for Susan Collins, who you do mention by name in your stump speech, and you called her out on some things that disappoint you about her job performance, but she's also 72. 5 terms. She'd be 74 in a new term, serving until she's 80. Is Susan Collins too old to be reelected, or has she simply stayed too long in your view?
She's been there for too long. And more importantly, she has really been exactly the type of establishment politician that Mainers are sick and tired of. And that is if you've been serving for 30 years, and things have gotten worse for your constituents in that time, it is absolutely time to try something different.
Even though she would argue her seniority, her perch on Senate appropriations, and every time she stops somewhere in Maine, she talks about how much money she's steered toward this project, that ribbon cutting that she's attending. What about that?
Frankly, I think resting on your laurels of bringing in pork on occasion does not make up for the fact that Mainers are being bled dry by a for-profit healthcare system. I mean, for every dollar that's been brought in, how many have been stripped out of this state through, frankly, the exploitation of working people through healthcare? She hasn't tried to protect that. She didn't use her power to slow up the big, beautiful bill back in the spring, which stripped hundreds of billions of dollars out of Medicare and Medicaid just to pay for tax cuts for corporations and the wealthy.
I also asked Platner about his military disability payments stemming from combat in Iraq and Afghanistan, about Trumpism, his upbringing in rural Maine, and why he became an oyster farmer. You can watch my full interview on our streaming app, News Center Maine Plus.